Alright, so we already are aware that the container shares the same kernel, they share the same operating system. Then why doesn't one container can see other containers file? And why doesn't one container can see other containers processes, right? And also one important question, why doesn't a container occupy all the CPU memory and crash the system? There must be something, right? And it is a good and valid question. So today we are going to understand isolation by understanding two concepts, that is namespaces and cgroups. Now most of us think that since container shares the same operating system, they must be unsafe, right? So logically thinking that might be correct, but in reality things are different. Containers feels isolated because Linux has set boundaries for them, and these boundaries are defined by namespaces and cgroups, right? And these boundaries are not Docker inventions; these are the Linux features, right? So you might be hearing a term from me, that isolation, from the starting of this video. What do I mean by isolation? So let us take an example. During quarantine, the patients were quarantined in a room. So it is just like they feel alone even though they are surrounded with people. The same concept applies in isolation in container, right? So let us understand isolation by understanding the two important concept, that is namespaces and cgroups. So let's start with namespace first. Okay, so what is a namespace? A namespace is something that defines what a container can see. They can see files, they can see processes, they can see network, and they can see users. Okay, now in order to understand namespace, let us take an example. Now let us think that we are working on a big MNC company. There are multiple teams that are working on different projects, right? Now let us take two teams, team A and team B. Team A can see only their desk. Okay. Team B can only see their own desk. Right. Even though they are on the same building, they work on the same floor, they share the same washroom, they share the same building, and they share the same electricity. Okay. That is something is namespace. Now, what does namespace separate? They separate processes, files, network, and users. So when we say a namespace separate processes, so each container can only see its own process. Okay. Now namespace separate files. So each container can see their own file system. Okay. Now see, we took an example that team A and B are working, but team A can only see their own desk. They cannot see the desk of team B. That is something a namespace does. So namespace separate, they separate the container network also. So each container has its own IP. Okay. And users. So permissions are separated for each user for that container. So that is why one container feel like a mini machine even though it is not. So that's the power of namespace. Okay. Now why namespaces are important? So in order to understand this, let us take an example and understand what will happen where namespaces are not there. So if namespaces doesn't exist, then one container can see other containers file. Okay. They can kill other apps of other container, and one bug can literally destroy everything. So namespace answer only one thing, that who can see what. Okay. Now, since we have a clarity on namespaces, let us move to the next topic, that is C groups. So C groups helps us in defining who can use how much. So C group stands for control groups, and C group decides how much resources a container can use, and those resources can be CPU, disk, and memory. Okay. Let us take an example. You are going out with your friends. There are four friends. You ordered a pizza from Domino's. Okay. And there are four slices. So a single guy can eat complete pizza, but if you are going with a group, there are rules defined that only one person can take a single slice, right? And those rules are defined in C groups. Control group defines that rule, and that's the reason it we can understand how much resources can be utilized. So a C group can limit how much CPU a container can use, how much memory it can take, and how much disk speed it can consume. So even if container misbehave and app has memory leak, your system is safe, right? Now, why C groups are important? So see, without C groups, one container can crash the whole server. Memory leaks get exhausted and CPU spike happens. So C groups answers how much can you use. So namespace in combination with C groups provide complete isolation, and it's a perfect balance for the container. Now, let us understand the differences between namespaces and C group. So, namespaces helps us in isolation and it focuses on what you can see, whereas C groups helps us in limiting those things for answering the questions how much you can use. So, both are required for safe containers and for providing the complete isolation, right? So, where does Docker fits in this? Now, Shubham, in the starting itself, you told that it is something is not a feature provided by Docker. It is something a Linux feature, right? So Docker does not create namespaces. It does not create C groups. Linux has them. So Docker simply uses namespaces to isolate the containers. It uses C groups to limit the containers and makes it all easy for us. So without Docker doing this manually is painful. Now let us take example. You have two container. Container one with one CPU and 500 MB RAM, and container two with one CPU with 300 MB RAM. So that can be achieved with the help of namespaces and C group. I hope this example made sense and helped you to understand what does namespaces and C groups does in isolation world. Now, what can be the real world use cases? So let us understand why does company trust the containers? Because they run hundreds of containers over one server. One can hijack the resources. So isolation is provided here without heavy VMs, and that is possible because of namespaces and C group. And here the performance is predictable because we are limiting the resources, right? So that is why the cloud native tools like Docker, Kubernetes are possible to scale, right? So let us take a recap. And before even the recap, let us understand what are the confusing points when it comes to isolation. So Docker magically isolates things? No, right? Linux does it using the two concepts that we learned today, that is namespaces and see-through. Second is containers are insecure. Now, after this video, you will have the answer because isolation is something that is making them safe. So isolation plus limits makes them safe. So isolation with namespace and limits with C groups. So I must learn kernel programming for isolation? No, definitely. It is something that Docker take care for us, right? So that is something a common confusion can arise in the beginners when they start with isolation when it comes to namespaces and C group. So let us wind up everything that we have learned so far. So what we learned about containers share the same OS, they share the same kernel. Namespaces control the visibility, whereas C groups control the resource usage. Together, they create the isolation, and Docker uses this Linux feature for providing isolation to the containers. I hope this video made sense and helped you to understand the isolation, and you got to know what actually namespaces is and what C groups are, right? So yeah, that was all, and I will see you in the next one. So till then, keep learning. Thank you very much.